All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. It's been 13 years and counting since the New York Jets last participated in the NFL playoffs, which is by far the longest current postseason drought in the league. And this offseason has seen the Jets attempting to remedy that issue. The Jets have signed former Los Angeles Chargers wide receiver Mike Williams to a 1 year deal. They signed former Dallas Cowboys offensive tackle Tyron Smith to a 1 year deal. And the trade yesterday with the Philadelphia Eagles that saw the Jets acquire edge rusher Hassan Reddick. Now, will these moves, along with the return of a healthy Aaron Rodgers, be enough to make the Jets a playoff team in 2024? And that's going to be the big if, because I'll tell you like this: the jobs of Robert Saleh, the Jets head coach, and Joe Douglas, the team's general manager, are on the line. You figure Douglas has been the Jets general manager since 2019, and Robert Saleh has been the Jets head coach since 2021. And on their watch, the Jets have not had a winning season. Actually, you got to go back to 2015 to find the last time that the Jets finished a year with a winning season. But then, of course, still no postseason. You know, Woody Johnson, the Jets team owner, has basically put it out there. He was not thrilled with the outcome of 2023, and he wants to see results. I'm looking at this team like this: the Jets had a playoff team last year, uh, but clearly, things changed after the Aaron Rodgers injury. Nobody expected that, okay? And there was no backup plan for them at the quarterback position. But I know that this is the end of March. We still got a plenty ways to go before we start the regular season. But with what the Jets have done so far, I really like their chances to make the postseason. They still have their first round pick, this year, which is important. They're not going to get their second round pick, which goes to the Green Bay Packers. But that's important because, you bring in a veteran like Tyron Smith. Number one, how much does he have left in the tank? But then also, I still think if you're the Jets, you want to take that opportunity to go out there and beef up that offensive line. Why? Because you're talking about a veteran quarterback in Aaron Rodgers that is coming off of a major injury. Okay. And you need to provide him all of the protection that you can possibly get up front. We've seen the Jets go out there and add a little insurance at the quarterback position this year in Tyrod Taylor, giving him another guy, a big time target to throw the football to in Mike Williams. You already have Alan Lazard. You already have Garrett Wilson in place. And then defensively, the Jets have been wreaking havoc, okay, defensively under head coach Robert Saleh. They just haven't had the offense. And now you add a guy like Hassan Reddick to that mix with his pass rushing ability, along with a youngster in Will McDonald, excuse me. You got Quentin Williams, the anchor on that defensive line. You got CJ Mosley. And then, of course, you got Sauce Gardner in that secondary. The Jets can do some damage, but it comes down to the fact of whether or not they can keep Aaron Rodgers upright. Then the fact that you have a lot of these guys on 1 year deals because guys are playing for the supper, so to speak. And this takes me back, to the 2009, 2010 Jets when, under former head coach Rex Ryan, a lot of those veterans that he brought in were on 1 year deals. And when guys are on 1 year deals, they tend to play a little bit harder and they tend to play a little bit hungrier. Now, for the Jets, they've got to find a way, even with all of that said, to navigate through a very tough AFC East, AFC period. Okay. You look at the AFC North with the Steelers, the Browns, the Ravens, and the Bengals, your own division with Buffalo. And this is an opportunity possibly for the Jets to catch Buffalo because, of their salary cap issues. And then of course you've got to go through the champs in the AFC West, and I'm talking about the two-time defending Super Bowl champions in the Kansas City Chiefs. But I think the Jets have a team. And I think, putting the pieces together, a big time target in Mike Williams if he can stay healthy, a veteran offensive tackle in Tyron Smith if he can stay healthy, and then of course bringing in a guy like Hassan Reddick, a guy who's been there before. He knows how to get to the playoffs, and he's been a part of an organization that expects to win in the Philadelphia Eagles. They're basically in contention every single year. So I look at it like this: if you're the Jets, you've got to be all in. And this is what they're doing right now. Again, Robert Sala's job is on the line. Joe Douglas's job is on the line. And when your job is on the line, you push all of the chips to the middle of the table. You throw all of the caution to the winds. Whatever analogy that you want to use to discuss things, you do it. So I like the Jets' move so far. Veteran guys on 1 year deals. You're rolling the dice, but you know what? At the end of the day, scared money does not make any money. So they've gone out there. They've got a veteran presence on their offensive line, a veteran receiver for Aaron Rodgers to throw the football to, and a veteran edge rusher. And at the end of the day, these are three things that you cannot have enough of. You can't have enough good guys to throw the football to. You can't have enough quality offensive linemen, and you cannot have enough quality edge rushers, especially if you're the Jets. And in order to try to get out of the AFC, you've got to go through Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. So at the end of the day, the offseason has been good so far for Gang Green. Let's just see if it transfers into bigger and better things for them come regular season. But folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank all of you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on the X formerly known as Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. Now you can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin, and I am signing off. And I'm saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.